Hey guys, Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, and welcome to today's Forehand Obsession Challenge lesson. Today our student is Stacey from DC. Now Stacey is really obsessed with tennis, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. She's got a great job in DC, super interesting job, can't tell you what it is. And also DC, I went to school in DC. It's a super interesting place, lots of things to do. So I asked Stacey, hey, what's your favorite thing to do? What are your favorite places to go in DC? And she says, tennis court. So without further ado, let's take a look at Stacey's Forehand Obsession Challenge makeover. We did this in 2 hours. Please give her a thumbs up after you watch her hard work and her great progress. All right, so we're going to take a look at Stacey's forehand. We're going to see that she has lots of power. She uses her body pretty well, actually, but there's one move that we're really going to tighten up throughout this lesson, and you're going to see that it's going to make a huge difference from beginning to end. So super proud of Stacey for doing this. Let's take a look at some of her strokes in just regular speed here. And then we're also going to break it down in slow motion. Like I said, she likes to push forward into the ball, like you can see there, use her body, but another great looking stroke. But now as we break this down to slow motion, I want you to notice what happens. She starts with that first move I like, how she starts both her hands together. I think that racket might be a little too high. But then as she gets ready to go, now the hands really separate and are working too independently. I also think she might bring her racket back just a bit too far. And now, as you can see this shot, it's pretty much her arm just working the ball. We're going to clear this out and take a look at another shot. This to show you it's kind of a consistent thing. This time she really separates early with the arms, comes to hit, and as you can see, it's pretty much her dominant arm making everything happen. Although, as you can see right here, she is connecting the kinetic chain. Watch how she uses a step, and then look how the hip and the racket arm connect with each other and drive through. So that's nice, but we're going to make it look even cleaner. So the first thing I did with her is really work on clean up that unit turn. And one of the things that I love to do is I love to get grip tape out and tie both wrists together. This is going to make sure that when you go to swing that you're really connected, and it also is a really good reminder, but it kind of forces you to do the right thing here. So I'm just starting out feeding her balls underhand, and we're really working on that first turn. So look right away, just when she makes this first turn, how nice that already looks. She's already starting to look like a professional. Knows this non-dominant arm, how it's included, how it's straight out here. I just love that look. She's already looking like she's ready to pose for a tennis magazine, right? This is the way you want to set up for a ball. This is something you can just practice over and over again together. Now she hits, you can see that they don't flow together. She's coming here, and you can see how she wants to separate, and then as she goes to hit, actually now she's keeping her non-dominant arm here. They're not flowing together yet as she's hitting. So this is new to her, so she again starts looking nice, and then let's see what happens when she goes to hit. She comes, she hits, and she's keeping that left arm across her body too long to where this doesn't look very natural. It looks cramped. So let's go to the next part of the video, and you can see her start to clean this up. So what I showed her for the swing, so I want her to set up the same exact way she did, but now I want both arms to flow and work together like they're in a relationship, okay? The dominant arm that has the racket in hand, we're going to call this the boy, and the non-dominant arm, we're going to call this the girl, okay? And they like each other, and they're in a relationship, and they want to keep that relationship the whole way through the stroke. So in the beginning, they're together, and now they break up a little bit, but she's not ever too far away. And then as they go to hit, she plays a little more hard to get to where he's following, the dominant arm is following, and then at the end, they meet and match together, and we have this really nice looking triangle finish. So this is what I wanted her to focus on in our very next feeding session. So let's take a look at how she does. Okay, so we can see that Stacey is progressing nicely. We're not all the way there yet. As she's coming, now both arms are working more together. We can see that relationship with the dominant and the non-dominant arm working really nicely together. You can see how the legs and the core are connected. But then after she hits, watch what happens pretty much immediately after she hits. She starts to turn her hitting hand open. Can you see that? As it's coming, almost looks like she might have even sliced that ball. It looks kind of like a slice follow through as you're seeing that. And look how bent the elbow is as she's going to hit that shot. Okay, I want her extending out more. We talk about the triangle finish where both arms kind of reach out there to really start to promote this. So we're going to work on that more and more in the upcoming videos that you're going to see. So right here is pretty much the very next shot after we had to talk about extending a little more, and you can see it's starting to really come together nicely. This has a much more professional look. The strings don't open nearly as much. They open slightly, but you can see now she's starting to turn the racket face over through the hit. The strings are facing now towards the ground after she's done, and there's a lot more space. It doesn't look nearly as cramped. It flows. It's starting to look a lot more professional. Love how she's got the toe up in the air, her back toe, as you can see. I love that look too. That's very, very nice because you can see how she's using her whole body to make this shot and starting to look pretty clean. But it gets even better, guys. So here's a little cool exercise we did to give Stacey a feeling of a little more flow because I felt that even though she was doing all the right steps together, it was still looking a little disjointed, mechanical. So we are working the stroke together. Another thing too is as she would come and hit, her strings would open up after contact. So I'm showing her, we're kind of connected together so we can feel it, that after we hit, that our strings start to now here start to turn over. You see how my strings, if you were to take a look at them, let's close in on in, you can see that now the strings are facing the ground as we're coming through contact here. So again, watch this. This is very important. This is where we need to get to after we stroke. And we can see that even as Stacey and I are doing this, where it's slightly different angles though. My strings are a little more down. So it's going to make sure that I don't open up and the ball doesn't fly on me and I get that nice top spin on the ball. So this is what we're trying to get Stacey to do. She gets a lot better at this, but it's still something I think when she left that she could still get a little better at. So let's see how she does in the next video. Now this is just a beautiful angle of Stacey's progress. Watch this. You can see that she's starting to make that move a lot more natural. She's just getting there right away. And then watch this stroke. I mean, this is just, it's got everything that we've been talking about. You can see that notice she's no longer with the handcuffs on either. So she's doing this all on her own. And watch how her body and core flow together. The arms are working together. Look at that contact. Beautiful contact. And then look at after she's done, how the strings start to turn over. So she's adding that brush. You can really see that ball brush off the strings. And then look at that beautiful follow through. So again, let's take a look at it from start to finish, just right through the ball. Really, really pretty to watch. Again, right here, I love when my students just start looking so good. I mean, right there, we could just put that in the tennis magazine. So I just want to congratulate Stacey on coming out. And we accomplished this together in 2 hours. So we had a 2-hour obsession challenge, and I'd say she passed with flying colors. So right now, guys, come on, what I want you to do is give Stacey a big old like, comment congratulations to her, let her know that you're proud of her like I'm proud of her, or if you have any questions about the video, certainly comment that below too. So you don't miss any of our future videos, make sure you subscribe, and be looking out for more obsession challenges notices. Right now we're full, so I can't put any more dates out there or signups, but look out for another video where maybe we'll be taking some more students. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on future videos.